Recent court rulings may threaten Second Amendment. MSM fearmongers citizens with accusations that Trump will not leave the White House if Biden wins come January. Terror attacks in France over Muhammad cartoons spark debate on secularism and Islamophobia. Single foster dad adopts 5 siblings so they won't have to be apart like he was as a child. These stories tonight on Hibiscus Society News. I'm Benjamin Hawk. In the town of Chicotauga, New York, there's a lawsuit going on between a family that lost their son, the shooter, the homeowner, and the store that sold the ammunition to the killer. The suit claims that the store did not do their due diligence when selling the .45 caliber rounds to 19-year-old Jake Klosek, who later accidentally killed another 19-year-old Anthony King. The King family says that since Jake was under 21, the store should not have sold him the ammunition since he was not old enough to legally own a handgun. However, as Cabela's attorneys pointed out, he was of legal age to buy rifle rounds, and the common .45 ACP is used in some rifles. However, the fact that both the Supreme Court and Appellate Court allowed the suit to continue is going to send ripples through the gun community. With stores like Walmart that already pulled common rounds like .556 and .762 and many others off the shelves, and stores like Dick's pulling guns completely off the shelf, this too could bring an end to the Second Amendment as we know it. And it wouldn't be from the government. It would be from corporate America infringing on our rights. I will be following this story and will give updates as I find them. CNN, MSNBC, and the other alphabet soups of journalism, I use that term very lightly, are all on the warpath. What's the war? To divide the country even further so violence breaks out and they have something to report that builds ratings. The newest jumble of shit they're spewing is Trump won't leave office in January if Biden wins. Of course, these reports are coming from third-party sources that are nameless, faceless, and probably made up. But hey, since we're making shit up, a third-party source said that Trump will give me $1 million and a pony. That's the problem with third-party confidential sources. You can say whatever you want and face no repercussions. Trump is flexing his legal rights while he loses Nevada and now Georgia, but to claim he won't leave office in January is just hearsay and serves no purpose to the American people, and for that, those news agencies should be ashamed of themselves. As terror attacks are on the rise in France from Islamic extremists, and the French president doubles troops deployed in cities to protect him from these attacks, it opens the debate about secularism and Islamophobia. Especially since President Macron is taking a series of measures to try and quash religious separatism. What are they? Well, money for programs that combat extremism and address social problems in poor neighborhoods. Additional scrutiny of religious schools, a near total ban on homeschooling, restrictions on foreign imams traveling to France for work, far tighter regulations for mosques, including a requirement that imams are officially trained and certified in France. And Islamic organizations receiving government funds need to sign a secular charter that accepts French principles of free expression, tolerance, and other aspects associated with secular democracy. None of which will actually do anything to combat terrorist attacks and extremism. If anything, it just drove more people to be extremists. Like, really? No homeschooling? Yep, that's sure gonna show those terrorists. On a good note, while it's true that none of us get to choose our relatives when we're born, we can't have a say in who we choose to call family. That's just what foster dad Robert Carter did when he decided to adopt an entire brood of 5 siblings. 29-year-old Carter, who spent years in the Ohio foster care system himself, knew only too well what it was like to lose touch with loved ones. He entered the system at age 12, and it wasn't until years later that he finally reunited with his younger sister and brother. The children Carter adopted were living in 3 separate foster homes, and when he was awarded custody, and that's when he was awarded custody. And right now Carter is concentrating on earning his children's trust, and is hoping in time that the love will come along too. And honestly, isn't that what being a real family is all about? For all those fighting on the front lines at home and abroad, keep up the fight. You are not alone. For police upholding their oath to the Constitution, we thank you and keep up the good work. To anyone watching this, please visit our website at hsorg.org. This is Hibiscus Society News. I'm Benjamin Hawk. Good night.